Paul Rykov founded the Iraq and Afghanistan Veterans of America. He also served his country in Iraq. Paul, welcome.
Thank you, Carol.
First of all, I want you to take a look at what happened when a military mom stood up at a Mike Pence rally and, kind of criticized Donald Trump for his attacks on the Khan family. Watch.
Sure.
My question for you, Mr. Pence, is time and time again, Trump has disrespected our nation's armed forces and veterans, and his disrespect for Mr. Khan and his family is just an example of that. Will there ever be a point in time when you're able to look at Trump in the eye and tell him enough is enough?
It's okay.
You have a son in the military.
It's okay.
How do you tolerate his disrespect?
Well, I thank you for the question. Let me just say, first, I want to honor your son's service to the country and your family's service to the country. I truly do, man. Let me say, I know this has been much in the news of late, in the last few days. But as I said last night, as Donald Trump said Saturday night, Captain Khan is an American hero, and we honor him and honor his family as we do all Gold Star families.
So as you watch what transpired there, what goes through your mind?
Our organization is bipartisan. We don't endorse any candidate. We want to hold everybody accountable. And our membership has been universally outraged by this entire thing. And I think what we know coming out of the military is leaders set what we call a command climate. You create the environment that your followers operate in. And this is the environment that has been created. If a military mother can stand up and be booed, it is outrageous. Mike Pence has to shut that down. Donald Trump has to shut that down. Hillary Clinton should do the same. This is not about partisanship. This is about honor. This is about integrity. And this is about respecting families that are enduring something that's unimaginable for most of the American public. And Mike Pence especially knows. His son is in the Marine Corps. Tim Kaine's son is in the Marine Corps. So we're going to look to them to be leaders, to set the right environment, set the right tone, and bring more light and less heat. That's what this country needs right now.
There are many who are calling for Donald Trump to apologize for his attacks on the Khan family. Donald Trump's son Eric appeared on CBS's morning show this morning. He says his father has apologized, not by saying I'm sorry, but let's listen.
They want an apology. Would your father be willing to apologize and move on?
Well, I think that's a great question for him, and I think he has by calling them a hero. And in terms of the one question, whether you've made a sacrifice, I think my father has. No, that's certainly not the ultimate sacrifice. The ultimate sacrifice is a soldier dying for this nation and dying to protect the three of us. There's no question about it.
Is it difficult for him to apologize, Eric, on anything? You know him probably better than anybody.
My father's a fighter. My father's a fighter, and I think this country needs a fighter. And I think he was attacked the other day, and he was attacked viciously. And by the way, that's politics. You're going to get attacked.
Was Donald Trump attacked viciously by the Khan family? Does it matter?
I don't think there's any apologizing for this, right? There's no apologizing for his comments. There's no comments, and that's why the outrage has been universal. Republicans like John Kasich, organizations like the Gold Star Moms, like TAPS, like the Travis Manion Foundation, the outrage is universal. And for anybody to defend this, they're going to lose that political argument. I mean, you can argue that maybe Mr. Khan was entering the political arena, but there are still rules. And to attack their integrity, attack their character, attack their patriotism, and to compare anything with the ultimate sacrifice is completely out of bounds.
This notion that Donald Trump sacrificed by building businesses and creating jobs.
It's not even close. I mean, he has to consider that his son is of age. His son is probably about the same age Captain Khan was. To imagine losing your son in combat is not comparable to anything on earth. It's called the ultimate sacrifice for a reason. And to question that or compare anything with that is exactly why you're seeing this kind of outrage. And Donald Trump's got a real mess on his hands. And he's got to find a way to dig himself out of it. And he can't just deflect, and he can't make excuses. This is crossing all partisan lines, and all of America is outraged.
And it's becoming so politicized now because you have those family members who lost loved ones in the attack on the American consulate in Benghazi now coming out and saying that Hillary Clinton should apologize.
Right.
I want you to listen to what one of the mothers of those lost in Benghazi told Brooke Baldwin yesterday.
I was treated like dirt. I don't think that the Khan family was treated that way, but I was treated like dirt. I was called a liar. Hillary promised she would get back to me and tell me what happened. I don't know why my son is dead. I don't know why he was there.
So this whole thing has become so politically charged and politicized, and I know that your organization fights against that.
Yeah, I mean, Mrs. Smith deserves respect, too. She's lost her son, and her sacrifice is unimaginable. What's happening here is both parties have always used veterans and military families as political